Late night, the buzz is on, the news is rolling in. Concord's final bell, let the dark times begin. The servers went dark, the game's last stand, a digital disaster we couldn't understand. We watched it fall, the last update was a scream as the lights went out on that pixelated dream. From Concord's crash to the Minecraft's call, the virtual worlds and chaos now did before. In the dark of the servers, we heard the final say. Now we're left with echoes from the digital fray. From Concord's fall to Minecraft's rise, in this gaming saga, who'll save us from the lies? Morning came with whispers of a new film in sight. Minecraft on the big screen, ready to ignite. But the hopes were dashed as the trailer dropped. A bucky disaster where the plot just flopped. Where the plot just flopped. From the epic crashes to the movie's crazy spree, it's a roller coaster ride for the gaming community. From Concord's crash to the Minecraft's call, the virtual worlds and chaos, we've seen it all. With the flick of a screen, we face a new despair. In the realm of entertainment, what's left to be prepared? From Concord's fall to Minecraft's rise, in this gaming tale, where's the truth behind the lies? Let's raise a glass to the games that came before, to the heroes and the failures that we can't ignore. In the world of pixels, where dreams and screens collide, we'll find our way through the game and what's the ride. From Concord's crash to the Minecraft's call, through the wreckage and the ruins we'll stand tall. With every epic fail, there's a story to unfold. Oh, in the digital landscape, where legends are told. From Concord's fall to Minecraft's rise, in this ever-changing world, we'll keep our eyes on the prize. As the credits roll on this gaming show, we'll remember the highs and the lows we know. From Concord's demise to Minecraft's scene, in the realm of gaming, we'll chase the dream.
Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast. Oh boy, did we fucking nail it! We didn't do anything.
Nope.
But we got in there right just in time.
Yep.
To basically do the meme on the grave of a stupid game.
Yep. All the wonderful characters from Concord.
Oh man,
all the memorable characters, like person in spacesuit, and then green person, and then purple chick that actually kind of looks different, kind of, sorta.
Mm-hmm.
And then chick, and then another chick that's probably a plus-size chick, and then male, and then
we were robbed.
Other male.
Joining me this week is Josh, who has been getting sick, oddly enough. It's almost like as if Concord devs have come and poisoned him.
Yeah, they shot a dart through my window. Maybe that's why maybe that's why there's a hole through my curtain.
Yeah, that's clearly why.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said that having a cold on the weekend's fucking great.
It's so fun.
Frick.
So great.
I mean,
you know what's funny is like I'm also going to be moving to like I'm going to be residing at my parents for a week. So I have to like load up a hard drive, and I'm gonna just like have all my files on there. Mm-hmm. So don't expect me to get anything done, but it will be fun. But yeah, no. My name is Jeff. Concord's dead. And God has killed everyone.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think Concord is the fastest live service shutdown ever. I think
no, it's
definitely something else.
Quick.
It's definitely something else.
It's definitely like it's sped run. I don't think Concord counts as a live service anymore.
I mean, it was, but
I don't. No. You misunderstand what I said.
Oh.
Because a live service game is usually trademarked by, like, at least a year of service. Right?
Sure.
This game had This game had 2 weeks.
It had such low fucking numbers.
It literally fucking killed. It might have killed a studio.
I was gonna say, it could have killed the studio.
Just know that we're not complaining about it.
Well, it's hard to complain about it when neither of us has actually touched the damn thing.
Well, it's hard to complain about it when... It's hard to even feel bad, too, because, like, there was nothing really...
Of substance?
Yeah, there was no... The studio was made from Probable Monsters, who have made... Let's look at Probable Monsters. Give me a second. Probably Monsters, who officially announced proper incubate games and development teams. They make Battle Barge. Okay, maybe I should apply for them. But Firewalk is not, as far as I'm aware, not made anything of note outside of Concord.
Huh.
Yeah.
So with like other titles beforehand were just smaller projects?
Let's look. Firewalk literally does not. Firewalk does not even have notes. The notes on the Sony PlayStation thing is they were founded in 2018. They were acquired in 2023. They're a developer of Concord. That is it.
Huh.
And it is 2024. They've been working on this game apparently for 6 years.
People or 8 years supposedly, but
8 years.
6 to 8 years. People are trying to hypothesize.
And they might have just all been fucking removed from a job pool. Because, holy shit, man. This is really fucked up. This is really fucked up.
It's really fucked up.
Well, the update basically says, an update for Concord fans. We have listened to your feedback closely since the launch of Concord on PC and PlayStation 5. While we qualified experiences resonate with new peoples, we also recognize that aspects of the game and our initial launch did not land the way that we intended. No shit, Sherlock.
Yep.
There's now leaked concept art, old concept art. I guess they're coming around, and the characters look a lot significantly better. Like,
well, the funny thing is that I saw one of the concept art characters side by side to what they look like, and you go, oh, I can kind of see uniqueness of this character here in the concept art, and then you look over to what they actually have the finished project, like the finished thing, and you go like, oh, all that kind of cool detail is just gone. So
yeah.
So they can just go, it's just a generic dude in a suit.
It goes from like, oh, this cool, interesting character who has like this kind of anime look. We're talking about Emiri, if anyone's wondering. And like on the left, you have her with a Gatling gun, and it's like she's a big, strong woman with a ponytail, very clearly feminine, very clearly like wearing body armor and stuff like that, but has like a black kind of like undersuit, kind of looks like John Halo ish. You can get John Halo ish vibes per se. And then on the right you have Concord, which is the in-game model, which looks like Marcus Phoenix had a sex change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the uniqueness of the character. The silhouette is very much like Gears of War, and it's like, okay, why would I play this game over Gears of War? Like,
Or how
there's
or how get into the fucking Deadlock beta for which is free.
yeah. Look at Abrams as a character.
Well, if I have the characters in front of me, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, or how like you can look at the star or the contrast between the whole group of people that they've made for the Steam game of Deadlock versus the whole crew from Concord, and you could just tell that these characters all have your unique shtick, and they all act weird, and they all have the different, they actually have a different look from one another, versus, again, Concord's problem of, like, nothing feels good or different, or everyone just has that movie polish to the point of, like, oh, this is kind of like, what was it, the Avengers Endgame character turned just a green guy?
Yeah.
Just an attractive green guy, and you're like, okay, is he supposed to be a space alien? He is. He is? Okay.
It turned Star-Lord into, like, they made Star-Lord look massively worse. And this is like, you know that old trend that we were talking about a long time ago?
Which trend? Which trend?
The trend that where everyone was like, this is the Dark Souls of blank.
Oh, yes.
And you're like, but I don't want to play the Dark Souls of blank. Why would you say that? Like, why are you comparing this to Dark Souls? And then everything was compared to Dark Souls. And it became to the point where, like, people were like, stop fucking comparing everything to Dark Souls, you fucks. We know that you don't. You're acting like you play video games and you don't.
Yep.
This is kind of like that, where it was like, this is the amalgamation of that, where it's like, Starfield? What if we had our own Starfield? Yeah, let's just make our own Starfield. Yeah, and then all of the originality of the characters lost in the fact that he's basically Starfield or Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And like, you end up with a situation where you're like, you know that cool robot from like Overwatch? Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah. You know, we should make our own cool robot. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, that looks kind of cool, but like, you know, I also wouldn't say it's the most interesting thing about that character.
Mm.
And like, you end up with this kind of amalgamation of characters who you're just like, this doesn't, I don't feel really good about this anymore. Like, I didn't really feel really happy about that game until I really didn't feel really good about it until, like, well, I should say this. I really didn't feel really impressed by a lot of the things. And, like, if everyone had shut up, I probably would have forgotten about it, and I probably wouldn't have cared.
Well, I was just doing some quick Googling about... I was trying to look up the concept artwork for Concord.
I think I posted it in general chat over Discord.
Oh. Well, I was doing my own little Googling, and I found the first post. The first post I ran into was the freaking Kotaku in action with the title on this post, allegedly senior concept artists for Concord are going through an extremely difficult time, and some might no longer want to work in games or design characters after this. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I didn't think about, like, there is people working on it and trying to make it good, but not realize how fucking stagnant these characters are.
I mean, here's the thing: is like if I was a character artist,
Yeah,
and I went from like doing a cool and interesting character to what we got,
yeah,
I'd be pissed.
yeah, yeah,
And some people handle that a lot differently than others.
yeah.
Because here's the way that I would have handled it. As I would have looked at them and I would have said, "Fuck you, I was right."
Uh-huh.
I would have just said, like, I was fucking right at every single point during this entire process. Like, but no, we had to go with your way because you're such a fucking, pardon my French, idiot who doesn't really understand that, like, you can't, who doesn't understand the consequences of your entire actions. Certainly some of this falls on leadership, but ultimately a lot of this stuff falls on, like, the people who developed the game as well. Because if they had more of a backbone and they stood up to management and the creative leads, they probably wouldn't have ended up in this situation. And, like, you see, I know the post that you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of it is that you're dealing with people who you're dealing with a lot of people who are like, oh, well, you know, you should really just give us what we want and stuff like that. And it's like, personally speaking, to me, this is becoming very obvious that, like, when you have somebody of a certain political ideology leading a team, don't expect anything good to come out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
or hell, if they, I don't know, instead of it being a freaking like, it's not a Dota game, it was a team-based fighting game. If it was just a single player title or something, that could have worked.
If this game literally had the Star-Lord character and he was the main character of a single player game, and the multiplayer was kind of like, here's a hero shooter that you play with your friends and stuff like that, nobody would have complained.
Yeah, yeah.
It would have actually, and if that single player was actually good, nobody would have cared.
If actually another thing that could have helped, take the pill, so to speak, with this game, if there was, like, I don't know, management actually took the fault, but not the designers, because of, like, they kind of, because I kind of, like, I wonder, is, like, whose fault is it? Is it actual higher ups saying the call, or is it designers' fault? Because I'm like, I don't know.
Part of me feels like as if it's becoming, part of me feels like as if it's management taking. I feel like management's getting the shit beaten out of them in this one.
Yeah.
I don't think. Let me put it like this: if you're Sony and you ship this game, you're not taking it out on the staff.
Yeah.
You're going, we spent this amount of money, and this is the product that you delivered. These two numbers don't line up. What were you doing during this entire endeavor? And why was this happening? Because we know that from some of the developers who were working on this title, one of the things that they were really pushing was they were like, well, we went through 2 engine changes, and it's like, Unreal 4 is not a bad engine. Why didn't you just stick on that? And then we had to port it to a new console. Oh, okay, that should be easy. That's not really hard. And it just, you get this impression from, like, the dev side of, like, a team that's just in chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Of, like, we have to use the fancy dancy new tech, and it's like, I've seen this with devs and stuff like that.
Yep.
when you do a new engine, it's a pretty big deal. It a lot of things can go wrong, and like there's a reason why UE5 is a very powerful and big engine. But like, here's the thing: is that there's not a lot of UE5 games out there for a reason, and that reason is pretty obvious. It's because the way most of the games, they work well on UE4, and they were being built on UE4. And most developers or operation leads, worth their salt, are going to really put their foot down and basically say, no, you cannot fucking upgrade an engine midway through development.
Mm-hmm.
You can upgrade it to the latest version, but no, we're not going to just upgrade to Unreal Engine 5. That's probably part of the reason why the game took so long to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, do we have anything else that we kind of want to talk about, or?
In the utter ironicness of when Concord came out, as the Astrobot came out.
Yeah.
The most big
and Space Marine 2.
The biggest love letter to fucking PlayStation title games ever.
That game makes me want to buy a PlayStation and play through it.
Yeah.
It also makes me want to just steal my roommate's PlayStation and like just play it on my OLED because it looks so good.
If Blockbuster was still around, this would be one of those things of like, I'm renting the console and I'm blasting through that video game this weekend. That's basically what Astro Boy is, kind of that Astrobot. Sorry, I mean, they could have Astro Boy. They just didn't. They didn't.
If they made a fucking Astro Boy game and it was a PlayStation exclusive, I think I would probably fucking go insane.
I want to say there was, but it probably wasn't very good.
Well, like the thing is like, do you want to know the funny thing?
What?
So Netflix made an Astro Boy game or anime, and it's basically just Astro Boy.
Okay.
Like, it's fucking Astro Boy through and through, and it's called Pluto. And you would not think it's Astro Boy unless like somebody told you, "Hey, it's Astro Boy." Because how does Okay, you know how Astro Boy looks, Josh?
Yeah.
Astro Boy does not look anything like Astro Boy.
No.
And it's like, well, there's something. This is a weird show. I don't know what it is. Blah 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 blah. And they're like, "Oh no, we made it so much better." And it's like, did you? I mean, there's a reason why Astro Boy's kind of iconic.
Mm.
But this is a gritty, like, entertainment. This is a gritty, realistic show, so it makes sense. Like, they went through and they were like, "We're updating the character designs." It was like, okay, I guess that's fine. Emotional damage. But yeah, no. Back to
Astrobot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's just so funny on the back of Concord failing horribly, and then go look at it over at Astrobot, like it's a first party title, and it's doing so freaking well. And like, it non-stop glowing reviews about it. Everyone loves the shit out of it. Everyone loves the references that it does. Like, the whole thing about it is just done really, really, really well. What else? Just the whole thing about it is just good vibes all around. And it's like, yeah.
It's a feel good video game, kind of like Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, yeah. Hi-Fi Rush is just about, having fun, and it's a fucking video game, so it has video game aspects. So it doesn't kind of take itself too seriously, and Astrobot is that same way.
Mm-hmm.
And again, everyone was like, "Yeah, this is great." And another thing on the fucking cherry on top of this weird sundae is that the was it Sony CEO or some higher up of Sony posted on Twitter. And he complains that he don't have enough original IP, and then everyone immediately blasted him with, "You have a graveyard of IP already. What the fuck are you talking about?" Like,
Okay, so
it's like you have so much IPs already. I know a lot of them are under other companies, I'm sure, and you probably want something that's homegrown and original. Okay, I get it, but you have already like a graveyard.
this is like when people sit there and say that Microsoft does not have good games,
Yeah,
or when like EA goes like, well, we need more original IP and stuff like that, and it's like you're sitting on fucking Wing Commander.
yeah.
Like you're sitting on Wing Commander and Burnout.
Yeah.
And like Command and Conquer, you have enough games. Like you don't need more acquisitions.
Like, for fuck's sake, like, if you just pump out, like, if you literally pump out another
I'll
one
go
of those...
through 3 of the games, 3 IP in 2 seconds. Ape Escape.
Yep.
Where's the new Ape Escape?
Yep.
I think everybody would like a new Ape Escape, myself included.
Yep.
Knowing me, though, I'm probably going to be emulating it, though, really quick.
Oh, frick. I mean, the emulation's getting real fucking good. Especially when I was doing a little bit of emulation for PS2 games, I was like, fuck, this is really good.
I just want to fucking play. Like, I just want those games back, okay?
Yep.
Like, you don't need to make a new Metal Gear. That story's done.
Yep.
It's dead. You don't need to make a new Metal Gear game. Sorry, like, please don't.
No, it's... I kind of wonder if it's just the CEOs that don't understand, like, what other titles that they have, and they thought, okay, because they're seeing this new stuff that comes up to them, that's the only things they know that they have, instead of actually, like, going in their back catalog and go, we have that?
We have Command and Conquer? Whoa.
Or, like, again, I kind of just really wonder, what the fuck is a lot of the higher-ups are kind of thinking at this point, or trying to think what sells, and it's like... Any of these really good old titles, if you make it good, a lot of people will just be overjoyed that another one came out.
Here's the thing: is the only company that ever had that right to say we do not have enough original IP was Microsoft.
You know what? Sure, yeah.
Was the Xbox division?
Yeah.
And they're still relatively young.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, Sony dominated the '90s.
Yeah, they sure did.
Like, oh yeah, like the N64 is a great console, fantastic console. PlayStation was the console of choice for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at, like, what came afterwards. The PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 won that generation single-handedly. No questions asked. Xbox was a really great console, fantastic. Like, Xbox, OG Xbox was a great console, fantastic console. But Microsoft didn't really hit its stride until the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And that was with a portfolio that was half... No, that was a portfolio that was literally just 2 games.
No, sorry. If you count the original Xbox, what's the name of that title? Their own Mario Party clone?
Yeah.
What the hell is the name of it? It was...
Fusion Frenzy?
Yeah, Fusion Frenzy.
It was Project Gotham, Fusion Frenzy, and Forza had just come out on the Xbox 360, and they had also had Halo, and Halo was the big title.
Yep.
Halo was the breakout hit.
Everyone was lining up for Halo.
Yeah, and then it was Halo 2, and that was their catalog, was like literally maybe 3 racing games, 2 racing games, a Mario Party game, and then they had Gears of War, Konami, all of these other games that really just resonated with people. And that was when gaming kind of was at its best, when Microsoft kind of was like, okay, fuck this, we're throwing our hands down. And now you look at the IPs that Microsoft have, and it's like, they have no right to complain. Because they have some real bangers on that list with like, oh yeah, we have Doom, we own Doom, Quake, Descent, Heretic.
Yep.
We own all of the old itch stuff.
Then fucking start using it.
We own Rage.
I mean, Rage could have been good. It's just, although I've heard it's okay, but at the same time, it's like it's not stellar.
Rage is like an IGN 8 out of 10.
Oh, it's okay.
Skyrim's better. Skyrim's better. But you look at like the IP that Microsoft has, and it's like, yeah, like if this statement was said by like Don Matrick or somebody before in the Xbox 360 era, a little bit more arguable. Now, and especially by Sony, it's like, no, I'm sorry. You have God of War. You have God of War, Last of Us, Uncharted, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Resistance Fall of Man, Killzone 1, Killzone, Horizon Zero Dawn, Sly Cooper.
Yep.
What was their Mario Party clone? Jackson Daxter.
That's not necessarily Mario Party, but that was their their Jack and Daxter was that's not Naughty Dog, was it?
That was a Naughty Dog game.
Oh, that was a Naughty Dog game. Okay.
And they also have all of the Spider-Man games as well.
Yep.
Which is even funnier because they're like, we don't have enough IP. It's like, dude, you have a fucking the Undead Skeleton game.
Yep. Again, the graveyard that is your old stellar titles that you could probably bring back. Or hell, even if the dev, I know they said like, oh, maybe they don't own those titles, but it's like, I'm sure if you talk to those devs and you throw a little bit of money in their direction, they probably will totally make that thing again.
It's like how Sony right now is like currently forcing Konami in order to make Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
And it's like I can't really complain because it being exclusive, because Sony is actually doing the right thing and being like, yes, make Metal Gear Solid 3, you pieces of shit.
Pieces of shit. Speak about re-releases. What was that game? Klonoa? No. Well, Klonoa is another title that I'm sure Sony can convince, Konami to put that out again. Klonoa is actually good. It's just that, like, it's just an underrated title because it looks super kiddie. It's like the Kirby problem, except everyone knows Kirby's really freaking awesome. It's just that you have to kind of look past that freaking kiddie look.
Whenever I think of Kirby, I think of my former friend, lesbian girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And how she was like a diehard Kirby fan. And I'm just sitting there listening to Wooly lore, and I'm like, not entirely sure if I should be horrified or not. So I'm assuming Klonoa was like that, but like with some like dark shit where you're like, holy shit.
It has implications of dark lore, but it's like it doesn't tell you outright. It's just like you have to kind of piece it together yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a good example was like Earth that was frozen over in Kirby 64. So it's like there were talks to the devs of like, oh, was that meant to be Earth? And the devs were like, yeah. oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
There was also another game that came out that got a re-release as of late. I'm just trying to quickly find it. Although I love my skills of trying to find a title that came out a while ago. The what's it called? The character who was a caveman with pink hair that came out on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that came out again on the Switch.
It's not Concord. It's not. Is it a rare game?
It's rare as in it's hard to get.
Is it Turok?
No, he doesn't have pink hair. It's anime in looks.
Oh. Fuck. That's a fucking.
Because I'm like talking about all these old titles. I'm like, oh, that game actually came out again, but I cannot remember the fucking name of it.
It's not Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No.
Because that is the quintessential, like, caveman game. When I think about caveman, I think of the multiplayer game. Is it Toomba? Yeah, it's Toomba.
Yeah, it's Toomba. Fuck it, that actually,
Yeah.
there was a re-release of that.
God damn, that game looks like fucking, like they were trying to rip off Donkey Kong Country and failed.
Not really. It's more of its own,
It's his own thing, but the graphics, like, that's...
It's not Tomba. But, it's like, the idea of the game is that it's kind of this weird exploration, solve puzzles for the people that live in this weird village area and try to kill the fucking pig boss. And you get a bunch of little collectibles for each thing. Basically, there's like a checklist of, like, if you get past a certain point in the checklist, you keep going and playing the game. And in Tomba, it was just like, oh, just an adventure game of this cheeky caveman guy fucking just killing shit out of these fucking pig people that are evil.
Nothing wrong with... Oh god, you reminded me of something we have to talk about this week. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
You should feel ashamed of yourself. This is your fault.
Oh no, I feel shit.
But continue.
Oh no.
But continue.
Okay.
I'll mention it in the con.
Yeah, like, I'm just happy that Tomba came out again. I wonder if you can get on Steam. Well, you can get on PS5 and Switch.
That's really weird that, like, you can get a lot of games on, like, the fucking Switch. Like, a lot of these old games on Switch.
Yeah, like, it must be something super easy just to throw it on to, and then you get it ported.
Right, but, like, it's just kind of... The reason why I say that is, like, it just feels, like, weird that, like, you wouldn't think that, like, you could get that game on... Like, I'm looking at the box art, and it's a Sony PlayStation game.
Yep.
And it's like, publishers are literally Sony Computer Entertainment. And it's like, that should not... No, you should not be able to do that. But okay.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. Whatever. And then I move on with my day.
Yep.
So, it's weird that it's on Nintendo Switch. But Josh, we have to talk about the Cursed movie trailer.
Oh, yeah, Minecraft, the movie.
We also could talk about Pat's Dead Dog, but I don't really want to talk about Pat's Dead Dog.
Don't have to talk about that at all, since I looked into that as well, and there's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Sorry about that guy.
But the Minecraft, the movie trailer, the most cursed content that ever came out.
I concur.
I mean, well, it's not as cursed as it could possibly be, but it's just a tad weird.
Why does this movie exist, more like?
Yeah, it's well, I understand why it exists, because movie people think they could totally make it as a movie and be successful, and it's like, I'm pretty sure people are gonna watch it and see it as a train wreck.
I mean, here's the thing: it's like, I want that movie to be good because I think that Minecraft. I don't like Minecraft, which is weird.
Okay.
Like, I think that Minecraft. Here's how I play Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft.
Okay.
All my friends are like, you should play Minecraft, and it's like, uh-huh. And then I play it for like 20 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. This is not fun. The most fun I had with Minecraft is actually playing with you, and like that was because we were playing it together, and I was like, okay, and we were actually like exploring a dungeon.
Yep.
And that was like, okay, cool. This is my experience with Minecraft. The problem is, and this is me saying this out loud,
Yeah.
so take it with a grain of salt. The problem is that, like, when I think of Minecraft, I think about building things. When I think about Minecraft, I think about, like, the entirety of, like, the aesthetic and stuff like that. Why do you have real actors and not a character who is... Why do you have realistic actors in this world and Jack Black playing Steve?
And when he said he's Steve, I'm like, no, you're not. You're Jack Black.
Yeah, exactly. It's like whenever like I think about what is it? The what is it? The Little Mermaid movie?
Yeah.
It's like I'm sorry, but that's not the person I grew up with, so I don't want to say that no, but I definitely feel like as if that I don't have an opinion on this, and I feel like as if that this is an affront to my childhood. With Minecraft, it's a little bit more different, where it's like I feel like as if the game is like I feel like the game deserves a little bit more respect than is being given.
I mean, there isn't a lot of story to begin with in Minecraft. Although, funny enough, when Steve shows himself and there's all these pig monsters coming at them, people hypothesize that the zombies will be all Jack Blacks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because when you're playing as, the Minecraft character Steve, you're technically playing as the other times you're... And also the zombies come at you are supposedly the other times you have died in Minecraft. So basically, like, the hypothesis of, like, of the other zombies could be Jack Black's. It's very interesting. And also, the character selection for the main protagonists in the movie is interesting, because they chose 4 different characters. Because they have the big buff guy, they have kid who wears sweater, then they have another kid who I forget what she's wearing, but then they have sassy black lady. But if you take a look at what clothes they are wearing, a lot of people notice that they're wearing a lot of 70s gear, or they look like they're from 80s, or early 90s. And a lot of people hypothesize that, hey, if you're going to make a Minecraft movie and it's going to be a fish out of water story, like most of these are going to be, picking someone who's a seasoned veteran to jump into this world is not going to be necessarily an entertaining movie, although it could be. That could have been a cool movie, but instead they chose people from the 80s or 90s because they have no idea what a Minecraft is. Like... That's the people's hypothesis about the trailer. So far, it's like, okay, so other zombies might be just other Jack Blacks that have somehow died doing something else. And also, the people that they chose to pick to come into play into Minecraft are possibly from the 80s. So they have zero connection to Minecraft in any way.
I mean, my connection with Minecraft has been...
I mean, I know there's people nowadays that have zero connection to Minecraft at all, but I'm saying, like, not even an off chance of hearing the name of it.
Yeah.
So it's like... So for a lot of those people's hypothesis, it's like that's sounding pretty true right now.
Yeah, like it feels like as if that like this is like literally just like, you know, the Sonic movie.
Yes.
You know how bad the original Sonic movie was.
Oh, that trailer?
Like how bad?
Yeah.
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 And how everybody was like, "This is shit,"
They had to go back and change it.
and they went back and delayed the movie and changed it, and it now is like one of the best movies of all time.
It's a lot better movie to stare at.
Yeah. It's like that where it's like I look at that movie and I'm like, I don't feel. I look at that trailer and I feel like as if that like somewhere somebody messed up, because it's like, how do you make a movie about building shit? Well, you make the Lego movie.
Yeah. Yep.
You make it where the Ender Dragon is literally just the heads of Mojang, where the Ender Dragon is literally just like a dragon, and then like it's him going to the showers, and he's like a fucking businessman, and he's just like, oh man, you know, this is important. Like, here's the thing, and like, I'm sorry, Jack Black's not Steve.
Yep.
Sorry, like, the art style of this entire movie is so fucking wrong. To the point of where it's like kind of insane, because the entirety of the movie is like has this really weird block-based aesthetic that's like, hey, we really did try, and we try to make this thing look really cool and interesting and stuff like that. And it's just like no,
Yeah.
just no. Just stop. Just please stop.
Just no. How about a big fat
Yeah.
no. Yeah, it's also kind of weird of how when they jump into that world, they're also not turned into blocks like the universe is, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Like, I would have liked it where it's like, I would have felt a little bit better about that movie trailer if it was literally the Minecraft assets
Yep.
with RTX.
Yep. Get
And like, I feel like as if that, like, if I wanted a Minecraft movie and a story about Minecraft, I would literally just play story mode.
mm-hmm.
Because that is the game that, like, I feel like as if deserves a lot of that attention, because it's like, and it's a shame that game's no longer on Steam, but like, that is the game that I think that this movie should have been about.
Mm.
And it's like, I don't feel bad, but it's like I also feel like as if, like, I remember like when they were like, hey, we're going to make a Minecraft Dungeons, and like, that is like literally a Diablo, like, through and through. So it's like I don't know why people feel like as if Minecraft is this bad. I'll rephrase it. I don't feel like as if people really are respecting the franchise as much as like those previous games. And I say franchises because Minecraft has had 3 games now.
Mm.
And all of them have been pretty decent. You also have like games like Minecraft strategies, with Minecraft Legends, which is just a mixed. It's basically, how do I put this? It is a fucking RTS strategy game, kind of like Brutal Legend, and it's just kind of like, okay, I can get behind this. So it feels like as if that there's like a lot of like these good games that really, like, this movie just completely drops the ball on.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I said I'm like not a big fan of Minecraft. I don't really like Minecraft. I think that the base game is okay. But like, I like the studio. I love the people involved.
Yeah.
I think that I think a lot of the people in this team, I think that entire movie deserves a lot more respect than the entirety of this creative team is giving it.
Mm-hmm.
And the article that came out afterwards where it was like, this movie isn't made for you. It was like, bro, I was literally in high school when that game came out.
Yeah.
I remember it coming out and then it hitting the mainstream and me being like, okay, this is a big deal.
I remember buying it early, straight from Mojang, just so I could try it out. And like, oh yeah, this game's actually quite fun. And them saying like, oh, this game's going to get updates later, so you want to buy it early. So I did. And now I'm going like, thank God I did, because I don't want to purchase it now.
I remember purchasing that game, and I remember a bunch of kids, they tried to get in. We had a computer at one of my old jobs.
Yeah.
That nobody, like, we had a computer that basically was literally there just for, like, people in order to, like, browse the web, Google websites and stuff like that. So I installed Minecraft on it.
Yep.
And then I downloaded it, and kids would just flock to it. And their parents would come, and their parents would buy keyboards.
Ooh.
And it was like, it was one of those things that I did in order to bring it in. And I remember one day getting a message from Mojang being like, hey, your password's being attempted, reset it. Because a bunch of kids had decided that they wanted my account. So I'm sitting there and I'm like,
God damn it.
I'm like, well, what the fuck? No, stop. Like, and then we eventually moved away from that idea, and the reason was because we were getting so many parents coming up to us being like, we were getting so many kids coming over, and they were just being the most disrespectful pieces of shit on the planet Earth.
Oh yeah, they're fucking they're fucking stupid.
That's the thing that I remember about Minecraft. Is like, that's the things that make that franchise special to me. It's like, I remember purchasing it and playing it with some friends who I don't talk to anymore.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like, we just kind of parted ways and stuff like that. And, like, it's been like 10 plus years. I reach out every now and then and say like, hey, how's it going?
Mm-hmm.
And then we talk and we're like, oh yeah, I got married. Oh yeah, we're goodbye right now. Blah, 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 blah. But it's like, the memories in Minecraft are very important to me. And like, that is a game that like, it says something that the Tetris movie is a better movie and is probably going to be more respectful of its source material than the Minecraft movie.
There's a Tetris movie?
There's a Tetris movie, and it's amazing.
What does that even look like?
It is literally about the creation of Tetris.
Oh, biography type. Oh, that movie.
And it's one of the most... It's a feel-good movie because the entire movie talks about, like, it deals with communism and the underhanded plays that were going on behind the scenes and how everybody was kind of like, well,
yeah, there was a
lot away with it.
There was a lot of underhanded shit going back and forth between everyone. So it's surprising that game got anywhere that it did.
Yeah, and it's like it showcases a lot of that stuff that went on behind the scenes.
Yep.
Whereas, like, I read the Minecraft book, which details the entirety of Notch's making of Minecraft and him finding Mojang or founding Mojang and him basically deciding that he wanted nothing to do with it anymore. And one of the things that's really funny, one of the things that's really prevalent in that book is basically Notch basically says, like, I'm a very simple man. I paid for a lot of this stuff out of my pocket. And like, one of the things that he deals with drug abuse. And it's like to me, like, that kind of strikes a tone because it's like my personal family history. We have dealt with drug abuse.
Yep.
And like a very similar way. And like, I feel like as if like I feel like as if that like you could do that movie. You could do that as a movie. And you could also do the Minecraft movie, which is going to be literal dog shit, and compared to the Mario movie, trash. By the way, have you seen the Mario movie?
No. Of course I.
Oh my God,
Of
Josh.
course I haven't.
Josh, you need to see the Mario movie.
I need to see. I probably need to see movies in general. I just don't.
The Mario movie is the movie equivalent of like, the Mario movie is the movie equivalent of something that like I feel like as if was. If the Sonic movie, if Detective Pikachu is like a good 6 out of 10,
Yeah.
6 or 7, it's a very good movie that I really enjoy. And then you have fucking the Sonic movie, which is like good franchise, fantastic, like fundamentals, deals with a lot of like that internal strife and stuff like that. And then you have the entirety of, and then you have this, and it's like, why did you make slop? Especially when I compare it to the Mario movie, which is like a 9 or a 10. Like, why did you do this?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's my opinions. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
Not really.
Cool. Shall we end the show? And
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Black Mind Games podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. Now, excuse me while I save this episode and upload it to my hard drive that I'm going to take with me to my parents, so then I don't have to go home and grab clothes. Thank you, Josh. I'm going to probably not be available for recording next week, so Josh is going to have to find somebody.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We haven't had an episode without me on it for like a couple months.
At least months.
I think May. So, thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.
Jack Black took the mic and hit the big screen. In Minecraft movie that was nowhere near serene. The sanities were wild, but the plot was a mess. A blocky disaster, more stress and more stress and more stress and success. The critics were howling, the fans were upset as Steve and his crew met their greatest threat. But here come the old Ultramarines with the power armor gleaming, saving us from a movie that left us screaming. With bolters and bravery, they charged through the fray, turning our hearts from dismay into a brighter day. Ultramarines to the rescue, their valor untold. In the darkest of cinemas, they turn the story gold. Jack Black's antics were a brick in the wall, a crumbling adventure, a cinematic fall. But the Space Marines came with a roar and a shout. They stomped through the chaos and wiped the mess out. The grim dark of 40K and the loyal knight gave us a hero's tale and a flick that felt right. in loyal light, gave us a hero's tale and a foot that found the right. They turned the storm right. Jack Black may have stumbled in his pixelated quest, but the Ultramarines came and gave us the best. In the galaxy shadows, where darkness would loom, they brought forth the light and chased away the gloom. Now here come the Ultramarines with their power armor gleaming, restoring our faith and a new hope redeeming. With bolters and courage, they saved our day. In the cinematic universe, they showed us the way. Ultramarines to the rescue with their valor so bright, turning a cinematic blunder into a glorious fight. So thank you, dear Marines, for your heroic deed. In the realm of cinema, you planted the seed. We'll remember this moment with laughter and cheers, as the Ultramarines saved us from cinematic